Okay, hello. This is so exciting, also very nerve-wracking. But this is it. This is finally my very first episode of Tyxtalks. So welcome to Self-Care Sunday here on Tyxtalks. This will be every single Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Central Standard Time, via IGTV on my page on Instagram, which is at JKIPG, which stands for Just Keep It Pushing, because that is the mindset we have here at Tyxtalks. Yes. Ooh. Okay, so I just want to get into, since this is the very first episode, I just want to get into the background of this and why I'm starting this, what led me to this, and also give you a preview of what you can expect here on Tyxtalks. I think it's very obvious by the name where I got the name. So about a year ago, I was on a deployment, my very first deployment, and I was really struggling. I was just really anxious a lot. I was really mad all the time. I was very reactive instead of proactive, and that was a huge thing I had to learn about myself in order to change that. I needed to be more proactive than reactive. When it came to my social anxiety, when it came to my inner anxiety, when it came to my self-confidence, when it came to how I responded to people, when it came to how I looked at people, talked to people, looked at situations, came into situations, concluded situations, I needed to look at myself. So I was just really struggling in all of my relationships, whether that be family, friends, significant others, etc. I was really struggling. I was a very toxic person. I know this generation loves to say toxic, and that was me. I was very toxic. And obviously I still have so many flaws. It's only been 1 year since I really took a dive into working on myself. And that may sound like a long time, but I still have quite a bit to go. But I did realize that one of my passions was talking to people about how your brain works, how your feelings work, how your brain and your feelings are connected, what leads you to react the way you react in situations, what causes you to feel the way you feel when things happen. There are a lot of things that lead into that, and they are, you can control them. They are controllable, and you can predict how you're going to act based on the information that's given to you during your life. Will 100% lead to how you respond in situations, because you are a product of all of the information that has been given to you. 100%. I heard this recently. So you, based on that information, that is how you are going to respond. That is what defines you. So if you are completely ignorant, or not ignorant, but not really researching into the feelings that you're feeling, or why do I feel like this, what caused this, then how are you ever going to control it? How are you ever going to understand it? You have to really have a level of self-awareness and identity that is just completely whole. You can't not know any part of yourself, because then how are you going to know what your dreams and aspirations are? How are you going to know what your goals are? How are you going to know what your weaknesses and what your strengths are if you don't even know who you are? Okay, so that is a huge part. But so what you can expect, I'm so sorry. Or no. So sorry. So why I'm doing this. I started digging into myself, and I realized I was very passionate about talking about this to others. So I want to share the education that I have found and given myself, and really dug deep into myself, in a lot of books as well, and a lot of podcasts, a lot of TED Talks, which, like I said, you can tell where the name came from. I could literally just be so upset and hop on a TED Talk, search whatever I need, whether it be anxiety or anger, or my dreams are too big, or I'm scared of dying, or just random things that just go through your head and you don't really know what to do. A TED Talk could always calm me down. If I found the right one, I could find an Apple podcast, a YouTube video, anything, it could calm me down. And I could rationalize what was going on and be like, okay, this is what I need to do, this is how I feel, this is what led to that feeling, and this is how we're going to get rid of that feeling, and how we're not going to let it happen again. And that is why I said, when I posted the picture announcing that Tyxtalks would be beginning, this is going to show you how to reinvent your life, because you are going to realize what's causing your issues, how to fix your issues, and also how to not repeat those issues. This channel is going to be solely about self-growth, self-acknowledgement, understanding your feelings, education on how your feelings are connected with your mind. Yeah. That's the best summary I can give you. Some Sundays it depends on how I'm feeling, because this is mine. It depends on what happens throughout the week, what I feel like I need to talk about. There will be some motivational speeches, some if you're feeling like this is how to stop feeling like this. Just a lot of focus on how to keep giving effort when you feel like you don't want to do anything. Focus on being passionate when you don't feel emotion. Focusing on executing your plans even when you don't want to. Having a mindset similar to Forrest Gump, that things happen. Life's like a box of chocolates. As generic as that sounds, it is. You may get some great news today, and you may get horrible news today, but it's not what news you're getting, it's how you respond to it. 100%, how we respond to situations is what defines us. Our life events is not what defines us. It is how we react. And that is a huge part of what I'm going to be talking about. Like I said earlier, I was very reactive, and I had to learn how to be more proactive. So a huge thing I had to learn was how to pick myself up after I relapsed and went back into those bad habits. Even in the last year that I've learned how to be a better person, how to be more positive, I would definitely relapse and have days where I was not the best person, and I was not very happy, and I was not very kind. But you have to pick yourself up, because if you can look up, you can get up. One more time. If you can look up, you can get up. Okay? And I say that with my whole being. I knew that I messed up, that I repeated my mistakes, but I also knew that I've been better before, so I'm gonna be better again. So you have to pick yourself up after relapsing and keep it pushing. Just keep it pushing. You obviously have to learn what made me relapse, what was happening to cause me to have this attitude with my boss, or just completely scream at my daughter, or just emotionally break down because of the stress. You have to learn what caused that so that it doesn't happen again. Obviously, you can't just be like, okay, I'm not going to do it again. It's not that simple. Self-improvement and learning about your brain and your heart is not that simple. And that's the issue, is a lot of people think it's easy. Oh, I'm just not going to do this again. And it is not easy. A lot of people think, oh, you're just anxious, just calm down. It is not that easy. A lot of people think, oh, they're just an alcoholic, they have anger issues. It's not that easy. None of this is that easy. You have to understand everyone has different circumstances. Everyone has grown up differently. Everyone has different emotions. You cannot just say, oh, here's a simple fix, here's a simple fix, here's a simple fix. You have to learn about yourself, where these emotions are coming from, nip them in the butt, learn about that, and then move on. So for the people who think, oh, it's just easy, those people are actually not looking at themselves on the inside. The people who think, oh, it's easy to just stop being anxious, have no idea how many anxieties they actually have inside of them that they're hiding. The people who don't have emotions and think that, oh, this girl is just crying and she's emotional, those people have so many emotions hidden inside of them that they are not even aware. They think that it's childish. They think that it's immature to cry. Can you believe that? That someone thinks it is childish to do the scariest thing possible, and that's face your emotions. How is it childish to be more of an adult and face your fears, face your terrors, face what's hurting you, what's scaring you? I think it's a whole lot more grown up to deal with your emotions. Watch that TED Talk, maybe cry, maybe yell, maybe go work out, and focus on yourself than it is just like, I'm fine. I don't want to talk about it. It's whatever. I'm just going to go drink, or I'm just going to go hang out with my friends. I'm fine. Everything's fine. So, it is not that easy. So you cannot blame yourself. You cannot tell yourself, oh, I'm falling apart. I cannot believe that I'm just crying all the time. I'm such a whatever the things are that people told you you are is not true. So once again, I'm going to say this. Are you ready? Their opinion of you is not your truth. Okay? Their opinion of you is not your truth. So I want you to sit there and think that. Think about all of the times that someone told you, oh, they're just dramatic. Do you know how many times I hated myself because I'm just dramatic? I'm a drama queen. I just react to things for absolutely no reason. That doesn't even make sense. Who told me that for me to believe that and actually hate myself for it? I obviously am reacting to something due to something on the inside of me being hurt or being angry. So instead of me just saying, oh, I'm just dramatic and not dealing with those emotions the way they want me to, I need to think about, okay, why am I upset? And why am I so upset about that? Why have I not let go of this thing that is inside of me to get mad at this person for this situation? And I had to let go of that. And so for any of the people saying that that is just childish, that I am emotional, okay. My camera died, but I just want to sum this up really quickly. Next week will be my first actual episode of Tyxtalks, of Self-Care Sunday on Tyxtalks. Yeah, today was pretty much just my announcement. Kind of getting into, I kind of got off topic because I am so passionate about it. I would love to open it up to people who have questions, people who have situations, and I would love to talk to them. Hopefully we get there. But next week we will be talking about how to validate yourself from within, how to stay motivated, how to stay encouraged even when you're feeling low. I have a lot to say when it comes to that. These episodes will be, I don't know, roughly sometimes 20 minutes, maybe an hour long. I'm not really sure. But all I know is that this is a new journey for me. It's very exciting. I have lots of notes from therapy, from books I've read, from podcasts I've watched and listened to. I have a lot to say. And I'm going to make it as organized as I possibly can. Today's been kind of crazy. I was driving for a long time today. Not an excuse, but yes. These lessons will be organized lessons with bullet points. You can take notes on them. It's going to be basically a TED Talk. Basically something that I watched and I could study from and help me understand my problems and learn from it. That's what I want this to be for other people. I want to give other people what I was provided and help them out with emotional stress, physical stress, mental stability, understanding who you are, getting to know who you are, knowing that your goals are achievable, knowing that the doubts in your head are not from you. They can be controlled, they can be taken care of. The monster inside of you can face, and it is not childish of you to be emotional. I want everyone else to understand that. I want everyone else to feel that and really believe that, because believing it and saying it are two different things. But yes, that is just today, just my little announcement that Tyxtalks will be on every single week on Sundays at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is not going to end. It will probably get better. It will 100% get better. This is the beginning of a very great thing. And I am so happy for even one viewer, even one. If I can help one person with their anxiety or self-confidence, anything, that would mean that this was all worth it. And I'll be completely pleased. So yes, that is all. Thank you for coming to my Tyxtalk.